High Representative, you have the floor.
Yes, another council, another long discussion with the ministers. We are 27, and as you may understand, the issues are complicated and it takes long. Today the focus was support to Ukraine. But we also discussed about where we are on the rapid deployment capacity and our missions and operations, in particular in the Sahel. We started the morning with a breakfast with the Secretary General of NATO, discussing on the resilience of critical infrastructure, because we have had some recent incidents which has damaged submarine infrastructures from energy and telecommunications, undersea cables and pipelines in the Baltic Sea. And we had a discussion about the state of the art of our capacity to respond to this kind of threats and how to increase the protection of critical infrastructure. This is one of the priorities of our cooperation between the European Union and NATO. Then, with the ministers talking about Ukraine, I reiterated the urgency of increase of military support to Ukraine, and in particular the immediate needs of the Ukrainian army to defend from the Russia aggression. This means air defense. We review the work in progress of the training of the pilots for F-16, winter equipment, because it's clear that the war will last during the winter, and ammunitions. And we are doing a lot, but everybody agreed that we have to do more and faster. This is something that I'm repeating so many times, more and faster. Time is being measured not only on destruction of infrastructure, houses, it's being measured on losses of human lives. And we have to understand that the support to Ukraine has to be conceived in the long term. And it is part of our security commitments. We are working with the ministers for the framework of the security commitments that I have the tasking of the European Union Council to present in December. For that, we have to agree and coordinate the bilateral actions with the European Union level actions. My Under-Secretary General for Security will travel to Kyiv on the first days of December. The training mission goes very well. We are over the 30,000 soldiers already being trained. Good training means also saving lives. And we will train 10,000 more in the upcoming period. I cannot give you a precise date, but at the speed that we have been training the 30,000, these 10,000 more can go very quickly. On the issue of ammunition, implementation is ongoing. I can give you the figures of today, but tomorrow will be different ones, because it's a continued flow. Remember that we were based on these 3 tracks with the member states. We agreed in spring, we are in autumn. The objective of 1 million rounds of ammunition remain the political goal that we fixed together with the member states. It's ambitious, but it remains our goal, and we continue pushing for it, doing everything every day in order to deliver quicker and more ammunition, which is the state of the art, or the last figures I got. From the first track, we reached 30% of the overall objective, and more than 300,000 shells has already been delivered. These come from stocks or from rerouting or reprioritization of orders, because the European industry exports a lot to third countries. So we are asking member states to reroute, to change the priority in order to give priority to the production for Ukraine. I can say the same thing about the stocking. Stocks has been provided, but the stocking will continue because the stocks is not a fixed quantity. The stocks increases and decreases. New incomes, new outputs. I ask the member states to continue destocking their capacities. With the joint procurement that we have organized from the European Defence Agency, from the lead nations, in particular France and Germany, based on the last data, but the last data is from some days ago, and tomorrow will be a different one, at least 180 rounds have been placed as orders to the industry. Remember that the second track is ordering to the industry through joint procurement. 120,000 has been put in order to be delivered in 2023 and 2024. But I insist that all that is a work in progress and the figures will continue increasing. There is room for more orders. The industry, according with the Commission, has the capacity. By March, we'll have the capacity of producing 1 million rounds, but an important part of it is being exported, and it has to be rerouted and reprioritized. This is about the ammunition issue. We have to provide the industry with a clear horizon. They need predictability on what we expect from them. And that's why the Act in Support of Ammunition Production, the ESAP, is already being perceived by the industry as a positive contribution to the increase of European production capacity. And together with Commissioner Breton, we will continue pushing for it. And remember that in the medium term, we are presenting an European defence industrial strategy early next year. I come back to the security commitments to Ukraine. I already explained that the purpose is to present it to the European Union Council in December. We discussed about the progress on the European rapid deployment capacity. This is a key deliverable of the strategic compass. The purpose is to be able to deploy 5,000 troops to respond to any imminent threat and to react to crisis situation. It has to be fully operational in 2025, and we are making good progress. We already made the first live exercises in Spain. Germany will do the same thing next year. And we have to work on equipping our staff and our headquarters in Brussels to make the military planning and conduct capability fully operational. We have held the Force Contribution Conference. There are a lot of them, but we need more. And today I pass a strong message to the ministers that their political and practical commitment is absolutely necessary if we want to keep the schedule. Then we went to the missions and operations. We discussed about the situation in the Sahel and the Gulf of Guinea. I came from Ghana, where I had the opportunity to deliver 105 armored vehicles that were seized in the Mediterranean. They were going to Libya, and they were seized by our mission, and delivered to the Gulf countries, in particular to Ghana. Good news from Bosnia-Herzegovina, since our military mission has been renewed by the Security Council, Althea, for another year. I think that this mission is absolutely necessary to continue providing stability and security to Bosnia-Herzegovina. And then we went to before that we hold the European Defence Agency steering board. The European Defence Agency is becoming more and more visible. The work of the agency is becoming more and more interesting, attract more interest and importance from the member states. Normal, we are in a wartime, and everything related with defence has more visibility and attract more interest than in peacetime. The EDA has been doing a lot of work, but now this work is becoming very much in the agenda. Today, we approve the 2023 Capability Development Plan. I know that a document has been distributed, a brochure has been distributed. This is not the development plan, this is let's say, the way of disseminating and explaining to the general public. But this is an important document, very much important, because it says what the European Union armies has to provide in the future. Remember that the last capability development plan was in 2018. It means 5 years ago. During 5 years, this plan has not been updated. And certainly the threats and challenges has been changing a lot since 2018 to now. Everything has changed. And that's why this capability development plan is so much important. It identifies 22 priorities covering key military capabilities that we need to develop together to ensure that the European armed forces can respond to today's new strategic environment. This is the action plan, the central reference that should guide the defence planning at the European Union level for the current and future defence initiative and instruments. I cannot go in detail to the 22 priorities. They cover all the military capabilities needed. And this update was very much needed because since 2018 till now, things has really, really changed. And this is the result of our defense ministers today. I hope that we will be able to present to the European Union Council in December the security commitments for Ukraine and review a strategic plan for the Sahel region, which was another tasking of the last EUCO.
Thank you, High Representative. Now we take the questions first.